Up YouTube, welcome to more trades. This is Bitcoin on the hourly. We've seen a move down and a move up, and I posted before, if we lose this level, the bottom green line, the 23.3, then we may see the 22.7 to 21.900, I believe. Those zones are still very real, but despite of this move down and the breaking of the range 23.3, we still got back accepted back into the range, and we pumped back into the range. So that is also a sign that the potential for more upside is still on the table. Don't discount it. It's true that we said that if we break the 23.3, but however, we are accepted back in the range with an impulse move, and possibility for 26.5 is very much on the table. 29k is not very far-fetched, but we have levels of resistance we need to be aware of, and I'm sure you all know of the levels that we were struggling in at the beginning of the month at around the 24,300, the 25,200 zones, the previous highs. You need to be aware of those levels to see the reaction if you want to still stay on your long, or it could be a good place to just take a bit of profit and secure your stops into profits if you are going to stay in a long, or if you are short, you want to go into a short and you see yourself at that level, that would be a good point to possibly get into the short, depending on the reaction, and depending if you're considering it as a swing or a scalp. I mean, if the market is looking very bullish and the dollar is looking very weak and you want to enter a short there, then maybe there is a chance of a scalp short. Nevertheless, the levels are the same to the upside. 20 above our previous high, 25.3. If we go up, then the 26.5 zone is very possible. I've seen people put out 29k because it's a fib extension of the move up, so it could be possible, and potential for the downside is still possible. We could move either way. No one can tell you for sure. I'm just giving you the levels and the possibilities. But I want to show you something that over here we are struggling in the value area high. You can see the blue horizontal line, the fixed range volume profile. The value area high is where we're bouncing up and down from for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, I would say almost 5 days, 4 or 5 days. So as long as we are struggling there's a good chance it may close below the value area high, which is at around 23,540. We need to hold that if Bitcoin wants to go up. Why do we need to hold that? Because it is structural support. If we come down, then essentially you like to see your previous resistance act as support and you move out. You want this zone to be a new support and you bounce off. Then you come here, you might stall over here, break out, use it as support, and continue higher. If you mark these zones that I had, this box that I have between the 23.3 and the 24.3, then whenever you would see Bitcoin come to it, then you would know that is a possible zone to buy, because what we could be forming here is another impulse wave to the upside. Though nothing is confirmed yet, but this move from down here, I want to show you the move from down here could be a beginning of something, as in a 1, and we're coming down in a 2, and we're going to go up in a 3, 4, 5, and that, when we came down to this 2, now we're having a beginning of a micro 1. You're having a 1, a possibly 2, and you might be going out in a 3. So this is essentially the zones you would want to come into. This 23.3 zone is a good zone. However, you would be stopped out if you did that the past few days, because we did break below it. Yeah, that's my update for Bitcoin. Just have your levels and trade your levels. Don't FOMO into trades. Have your stop losses, know your levels and confirmations. Look at higher time frames. Where are your moving averages that may act as resistance. On the 4 hourly, you've climbed up the 50 EMA. On the daily, you were struggling at your 200 EMA around that zone. On the weekly, the weekly was struggling at the 200 EMA. I can show you that we've struggled for weeks to break the 200 EMA and we weren't able. If you look at this chart and we go to our weekly time frame, you could see that our 200 EMA in white has been resistance for weeks. We weren't able to get above it. So as long as we are below the 25K at the moment, 24,981, nothing's really bullish. You could chance along and see how it plays out, but just letting you know, on the bigger time frame, you are still in bearish territory. To be in bullish territory, what you need to see is a break of the 50 and the 200, and you get above, and then you come down and retest it bullishly and continue out. Other than that, on the daily, you could see that we've been bouncing off the Fibonacci channels. We tested it once over here, perfect touch. Twice over here we broke under and we pumped out. We could crawl a bit higher if we're gonna fall down. I still anticipate another low. However, the markets may prove me wrong. All right, markets are funny. Markets move in fractals. You could see previous, if you look at this structure in January, 20th January to 8th of February, looks very similar to this 16th February to 23rd February. I mean, markets move in fractals, and if you can see patterns and understand shapes, it could help you out trade better. As you see over here, we were down here, we pumped, stalled, came down and moved higher, and now we're doing the same thing. We pumped, stalled, moved down, and there is a possibility we move slightly higher. But all that you would be doing is if you move slightly higher, you would be traveling essentially in a rising wedge, which is a bearish pattern, showing you that momentum is dying out on higher time frames. All right, hope you liked the update. If you did, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, join the free Discord. Link is in the video description and in the channel description. And if you really like the content, then you could support the channel by clicking the link down below in the description that says buy me a coffee. All right, more trades, I'm out.